Are you serious? Are you serious, folks? I'm here in Jerusalem and I'm on the phone with my good friend Marty Breeden, who has just had he's just had a prophetic dream last night, and we seen that on Facebook, and we thought we'd give him a call and have him call us and let him share it, because we've had two harbingers that we have witnessed since we've been in Jerusalem. We witnessed, and you've seen it in on this video. You saw the thumbnail of the American flag and the Israeli flag with the smoke roaring behind it. If you saw that thumbnail, what that was when we were backing out of the Sea of Galilee, and they were lifting on the stern of the boat, they were lifting the American flag and playing the national anthem, and as those two flags met, behind it was this incredible amount of smoke roaring from off the Sea of Galilee. It was quite a prophetic picture taken by Alicia Stanton, and Heidi actually even got some videotape of that. Now, that's one harbinger that brought chills. But then a couple days later, we were standing on Mount Carmel, where there was a massive, overlooking the valley of Megiddo, the valley of Armageddon, where the final battle will be fought. And as we were standing up there, there was a severely strong east wind blowing right in our face. So strong that the tour guide we have, who's been doing this for 32 years, said she'd never seen anything like this in her life. Strongest east wind over the valley of Armageddon. What does this mean? When I immediately think of the Bible, I think of Revelation, how that these three unclean spirits rise up out of the mouth of the dragon, the mouth of the mouth of the false prophet, the mouth of the beast, and they stir up the kings of the east. You know, I can't help but think about that. But I really, now Marty has had a dream. I want to hear what God has revealed to him in a very prophetic dream. Marty, great to have you here.
Pastor Paul, it's good to be back. Thank you so much for having me. And I had a very detailed dream last night where I saw the enemies of Israel begin to fire many rockets and missiles into Israel. In the dream, I could tell that their goal was to hit Tel Aviv and to hit Jerusalem and other very populated areas of the nation. And each time I would see the missiles getting closer and closer and closer. So I put out a call for people to pray for the nation of Israel, because of this dream was so vivid, Pastor Paul. It was quite unlike a lot of dreams that I've had before. The detail was just so, even the colors seemed to be more dynamic. It was a very, very detailed and ominous dream. A note was in the dream, the missiles appeared to be a different shape than what I've seen fly into Israel before. They appeared to be more powerful. They appeared to be more potent. In the dream, I was literally standing between the enemies of Israel, and I would watch the missiles fly overhead, and I could hear in the offing the enemies of Israel rejoicing and celebrating as the bombs would explode and get closer and closer to these populated areas.
Wow. Could you, in the dream, I know this is kind of hard, when you're in a dream, were they coming from out of Gaza, or were they coming from, let's say, out of Lebanon, from the north? What do you think?
I can't say with certainty. I was really, and it's funny you would ask, and that's a great question, because I can remember in the dream trying to get my bearings to get some type of coordinates of where I was standing, if it was coming north, south, east, west. I was trying to get bearings, and I could not determine. It seemed that I was just way out of source. These things just kept coming and coming and coming, and I could not gather my bearings.
You sensed that these were different rockets, something new, something more precise, something totally...
These appeared to be more potent and more powerful. Even the shape of them appeared to be unlike anything that I've ever seen, pictures-wise, that Israel has taken pictures of later on, of rockets that have flown into Israel. Some of these appeared to be more like missiles than rockets, and they were extremely potent. When they would explode with great violence.
I've got some friends that are, I've got some connections. If you are able to sketch what these things look like, I could send it 3 or 4 guys that I know who may be able to tell us if there's any of these kinds of missiles already been developed, or do they know, or have they heard of these type of missiles being developed? And it would be really important, I think.
Okay.
It'd be really great to do that, because this might help us identify who the enemies are, if they are already rockets that are already developed from maybe, let's say, a country that has more precision type weaponry, like Russia or somebody, or China,
Right.
who knows. But, you know, the other thing is, I guess, you know, I had that dream in 2013 when I was here in Jerusalem, and it was so vivid, so real, and I seen these. In my case, I seen planes dropping bombs, and in your case, you're seeing, sounds like cruise missiles, or were they low flying? Were
Yes.
they? Yeah. Okay, that seems more like a cruise missile of some sort, but maybe a better engineered, maybe a high performance precision. And I'm not the guy to try to figure out what kind of missile it is, and I'm going to let these other guys figure it out. But they were low flying. Okay, so but I could sense that Tel Aviv, Jerusalem, Haifa were being hit. I seen people dead. I even seen some locations hit, like King David Hotel and that kind of thing. But again,
Wow.
I could not, I mean, all I could do, I was so disturbed by it. They didn't overtake Israel. Israel was not overtaken in my dream, but was definitely devastated by this attack. And I went back to the hotel, and at first I woke up from the dream, I went down to the Western Wall, and I prayed for the peace of Jerusalem, and I went back to the hotel and sat down and locked myself in the hotel room. I was on a trip by myself. It was in 2013. Locked the doors and stayed in that room for the next 18 hours, typing the first 17 chapters of my book, Jerusalem Jihad. This is the first dream or prophecy or anything that's confirming what I saw 6 years ago, and it happens while I'm here, when I'm seeing 2 harbingers.
Wow.
So I've heard your dreams before, and I've interviewed before. Yours are very prophetic and come to pass. Either they come to pass or they're in the process of coming to pass. And I know yours are very prophetic.
Yes.
So, and it isn't something you like to do, or you don't run around looking for a dream. You know, when God,
No. As a matter of fact, and I told you, I said there are times that I'll go for weeks and months and not dream, and I certainly never ask for it. As a matter of fact, to be quite honest, and I've probably never said this publicly before, but there have been seasons, kind of like I'm going through right now, where I will dream quite often. I have literally went to bed at night and said, "Okay, Lord, if you want to speak, I'll listen, but I would appreciate some rest tonight."
It's amazing, amazing. Okay, now how did you feel in this dream? What was your emotions?
I remember being very disturbed by hearing the enemies of Israel rejoicing. I got angry because I thought, here these people are, the Jewish people, trying to live in peace and just trying to survive, and yet once again they are being attacked. I also had the sense that once this initial attack came, because it was a different type of attack, it was a different type of missile, there was different weaponry, that there was going to be quite a response, a very, very bold and powerful response. I remember thinking, this is going to be really bad.
Wow. You know, wow. And folks, you know, we can study Bible prophecy, the Psalms 83. We can look at Ezekiel 38, and we can also look at one day the great battle coming of Armageddon. And we can also look at the scriptures where it talks about Zechariah chapter 14, where Israel does get attacked, and even half the city of Jerusalem falls temporarily. It looks like they might be even going to lose just before the Lord comes and stands on the Mount of Olives. So don't know I don't know, God's revealing something here to you, but it's, you know, they're talking peace and safety, but it could be sudden destruction. There's just a lot on the table here. And like you said, we don't know what this means. Oh, well, we do know what it means. Israel's going to come under an attack. Okay. And that's scriptural. That's biblical. Okay. And I think God's trying to warn us all, prepare people for the time we're living in, you know.
I believe that, but I also do believe, and I had that sense in the dream, that the retaliatory response from Israel will be far beyond what they have shown restraint in the past.
And probably Israel will use technology that they've never released before. It will probably be something that could, wow. And you're feeling that's
probably
part of this dream was the feeling of the retaliation that was coming. That it was.
Yes.
Did you see any retaliation, or you just felt it?
I just no. After that, I just in my spirit, I just sensed this was going to be a far different scenario than what we've seen in the past, with just them firing missiles and then a slight response. I sensed very strongly that there was going to be quite a retaliatory response that would probably shock the enemies of Israel.
All right, Marty. I appreciate you letting us know this and sharing this with us. And we'll just pray. The Bible tells us to pray for the peace of Jerusalem and to pray for God's people and pray for one another and pray for the people that are on the wrong side of this. I mean, my Lord, have
Amen.
mercy, you know. All right, brother. Appreciate you calling and letting us know this.
God bless you, Pastor Paul. Take care.
All right. God bless you, Marty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Marty Breeden. This man is very prophetic, and I have confidence in him. And the harbinger and the signs are everywhere. I'll be back with more. Thank you. God bless. Give your life to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time.